Oh no. Sound kind of logic-ish on this one. I don't know. You've been complaining all this time about these new artists, but you're rapping like them. Let's get into it. Alright, man. Yeah, let's get into it. Torture Talk. Alright, man. Torture Talk. I want to do a review of the new album that just came out by Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas is an artist making his way through the scenes for the last couple of years. He's one of those artists that I think people was anticipating his album because he's been coming out with these freestyles and a lot of these quick songs, and he's doing diss tracks, and he's pretty good on the beat. So people was waiting for the ADHD album. Here it is, if you can see it. I hope you can see it. People have been waiting for the ADHD album. I think that he had a couple songs. I think I'm Not a Racist was one of his biggest songs that he ever did, which I think is critically acclaimed. That song is beyond phenomenal. That song is classic, hands down. I don't think I ever heard a song like that, ever. You know, I think that song really pushes the envelope. And he came out with another one where I think he talked about his child and saying how he was a father. And he came out another. And he dropped another John where he's talking about Will Smith, which I think was pretty decent, pretty good. That was a pretty good song. I would give it a good score. That was a good song. So his whole project, I was really into hearing what his whole project would be because of those songs. And first, I'm Not a Racist is not on the album, which is a shame because he does have old cuts on his album. And I don't understand why he didn't put I'm Not a Racist on the album, which is a shame to me because he should have put that on here. But give or take the rest of the album. So, okay, so going into this album, I didn't have any bias because I really like this guy. And I did hear the song ISIS, which I thought was pretty good. That was a good song. So overall, the project, now, I will say, the project is kind of lackluster. The production on this project is like, it's forgettable. It's like, it's like why, you know, and not to take anything away from his lyrical ability, but a lot of these rappers got to understand, it's about making music, and if you're making stuff that is kind of like people are not really into it, okay. And then you making stuff that's kind of like you're going one way when you were talking about something this way. It doesn't make sense to me. So if you're saying, oh yeah, I don't like those type of artists, but then you come out with a record or a song or an album which sounds like them type of artists, it just takes, to me, it takes away from everything that you built up. And I think for him, the production really weighed this album down to me. Not more so of what the meaning of some of these songs, but the production. And then certain songs that he did, I can't really take too serious. Like he had one song on there, I think it's about a female. And it's like, I'm not used to hearing him rap about stuff like that. So it's like, that type of rap pattern to me, it's very hard to capture a person when you're rapping a certain way to keep their attention about something serious. It's kind of like Redman rapping about something serious. I don't know if y'all get what I mean. Like a lot of times you can't really take him serious because he raps a certain way. And it's like if certain artists, they do a serious song, you can't take them serious because they're so known for playing around or doing antic rap. So I kind of like had to really look at that when it came to this album. And a lot of the stuff, it just seems like it was still in character mode. It didn't seem like it was genuine. A lot of the songs, it sounded like he was just rapping over a beat and he just displaying how good he is. Good he is flow-wise, lyrically. His lyrics was okay. But again, the production wasn't that good. Now, as far as his His lyrics was okay. He has some good lines in there. He has some good overall that was pretty good. But I think his song making ability kind of like is all right. I think he relies more on the beat and his flow to carry him in a song, and not actually the song itself to carry him, or the meaning or substance behind what he's saying. And I think that's where he kind of failed with me when it came to I'm Not a Racist, because he could have kept that narrative going. And I think that if he kept that narrative going, well, it's not semi-political, then I think he would have been took a little more serious. Creativity, I think he had a little bit of some creativity on here. He had Chris Brown on here. He had Young Thug on here, and it's like they just didn't sound well together. So I mean, overall, this project to me, I listened to it about 3-4 times. I'm probably never gonna listen to it again. It's not something that I think I'm gonna pull out and say, oh yeah, I remember that Joyner Lucas album, So I gave this album a light 6, pushing up to a 7. I said strong 6, pushing up to a 7, not a light 6. So I mean, again, it's something that I probably would forget about. I'm not never listen to it again. So I mean, ADHD album review. Tell me what y'all think about it. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Tell your family about me. Torture Talk.